Morning. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish that story about my friend. I got cut off earlier, sorry about that. But just a brief, really quick, he has been having a really hard time in a breakup. His Facebook wall is just kind of, for a week or so now, 2 weeks now, has been kind of flooded with a bunch of their split up, their drama, their pain, and she has been feeling very threatened and scared, and I don't know why. I don't care. That's between them. But there was some stuff done online where I think she was being forthcoming and trying to just share to hopefully have him stop and slow him down, which I think might have helped, but at the same time, I just saw the reactions of other people, and they were not, they weren't very healthy, not especially for somebody who suffers from mental illness, and my friend suffers from mental illness. He admittedly says he has social anxiety, and probably suffers from, who knows, depression, and considering the circumstances he's going through right now, and who knows how many other things, but, so I saw this, and I didn't, like many others, didn't really want to get involved. We know both parties, you don't really know the whole situation, so you don't really want to get too involved, and I've got a lot of my own stuff going on, so I was just trying to stay away. I said a short little brief quick prayer in that moment for him. I'm not gonna lie, didn't really do much beyond that, and I did. I prayed for him. I prayed for him to, just get some help, for somebody to really support him and people to be there for him, because I couldn't, and I wanted to be. And I just kind of left it out there, a really quick little prayer. And then like a day or two later, I see it again. I see this post, and he's just like, if I were to move to another state or another city, where could I go? What would y'all recommend? He's like, I just don't feel like I belong here anymore. And it was really sad to see that. And I saw he had one comment, and Facebook can kind of show you that one comment, and I'm reading it, and it was him, hours and hours later, saying, yeah, I knew nobody cared. I don't even know why I tried, or something like that. It was so depressing. Like, I saw that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why isn't anybody helping him? And something told me, I heard that little voice inside my head that we all need to listen to more often. A good voice. That little angel on his shoulder, and then you got the little, like, devil over here. I tend to listen to the devil more because he's got the easy solutions. He's got the egotistical solutions, the taking, the using, the abusing type solutions, whatever. Like, the easy way out is always over here with that little devil, and then you got the little, like, angel over here trying to, like, say, no, take that higher road, that path that's less traveled. Well, they fight all the time. I'm sure y'all know. And my angel voice was like, look at his page. So I looked at his page, and on that page, I saw a more recent post, where he was basically just like, again, pleading and done, talking about how, nobody cares, and then he might as well just disappear or something like that. It was really sad to read it again, and sorry, my cigar here feels weird. Anyway, and so I ended up but people were commenting at that point, and because I finally, like I say, like a real prayer for him this time. I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I put it down on the phone. I said a good prayer for him after I saw that. It was just like, nobody's helping him. You know what I mean? Like, it felt really bad. That's right. And so I said this long prayer, and I was just like, give him the love and the support that he needs, And I felt called, like, to just reach out finally. And so I did. And then that's when something told me to check his page. So I check his page. And I go in there and I look, and like I was just going to message him originally, but then something's like, no, look at his page. And I look at his page and I look and I see it. there's a slew of people, like, encouraging him. Not a lot of people, but a few people. And one of my friends, another mutual friend of mine, is on that thread. And I see him, like, saying some real good stuff, like, throwing out some wisdom bombs, you know, and, like, helping him out in a good way from his own experience, from his own heart. Because he's been there, you know, and I know this guy, and he is such a character. You would never think that he is self-conscious, that he has social anxiety and issues, you know what I mean? Because in this thread, at this point, my friend is finally admitting that maybe it's just social anxiety, and, you know, it's not really about her anymore, even though his heart's still hurting for her. You know, I can see he's starting to break down those walls, and acceptance is coming and sinking in, and he's letting go, you know, which is beautiful. And so that gave me some hope, and then I see that this friend of mine's been reaching out and told him, you know, like, I've been private messaging you. It made me feel so much better. I was like, okay, so he has been getting support on the back end, you know? And then, I don't know, it was like, oh, man, he's going through so much. Pray, pray, pray. And then, oh, he is getting help. Oh, all these people do care. It was nice. So I go on his page, and on that thread, I went ahead and commented to my friend, you know, showing my appreciation for him sharing. And then again, I invite the guy who's suffering through this to come over and hang out anytime, you know, if he wants to talk or chill or whatever. We both have this same type of, we like the same kind of things, so why not chill and hang, you know? And, well, I don't know what happened. I don't think he even liked the comment. I think he hit me up on the back end and said thanks for caring, which was really sweet. And that was that. And then later on that day, you know, I've sent out that good prayer. I sent out a really good prayer that he would, you know, just get in touch with his friends again, and everything would be okay, and that he would feel this loneliness would go away, you know, or he'd find a good home again, to where he didn't feel like that, or his friends would come through, type of thing, you know. And I don't really remember a lot of my prayers, exact words. They're kind of just flowing through me in the moment, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And then a little bit later that day, I get a text message from another guy with the same name, and I confused them. I totally thought it was that first person reaching out. They have two different last names. This guy's from Austin, but they have the same first name. And when I got this bizarre text that said, you know, you have these pictures waiting for me. It was like an app advertisement, you know. And I really ignore that shit. I never, ever pay attention to that. I know it's spam. I know it's a scam. I don't really care, usually. I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm just being real. But because of what had just happened with him, and I honestly thought it was him. I really did. So I went ahead and opened it up and did the whole app download, whatever shit, to see the pictures, which I normally would never do. I don't do that shit. I just ignore it, you know? And I looked it all up, and I went through the whole thing, and it wasn't showing me anything. It was like instead asking me to download more, or to get more storage, or some bullshit that I had to send to all these people, you know, type of thing. And I passed through that at first to see if I could see these pictures. Never got to them. I was like, well, what's up with this thing from this guy? Like, I'm confused. I thought it was him reaching out to me. So something's like, well, just go ahead and send the text. Like, well, no, then I realized that this app is something that I've actually been looking for. It's an app that, like, kind of bulks all your pictures from all your different, you know, Facebook, Google accounts, you know, just everything, Instagram, all of it. You can sync it all in one. I'd actually been wanting something like that, so I was like, well, that's kind of cool. Like, okay, I got what I wanted. So I started, like, playing around in it, and then I realized if I want more storage, then I have to do that text thing. Well, it looked like it was only going to send it to 5 people. Now, I didn't realize, so I'm like, oh, no big deal. It's got, like, my mom, my aunt, like, people that I really don't think will care, you know, marked off. So I send it, I accept, and instead it sent it to everyone. I've always known those things suck and are shady. I've never actually done it. Now I see they're worse than I thought. So they sent it to everyone on my fucking list. Okay, excuse my language, but that's me. But yeah, they sent it to everyone on my freaking text list. on my phone. And I was just like, whoa. Well, it turns out this person gets that, ends up doing it because he probably had the same experience. Like, oh, we just talked. Maybe she's, thinking of me. Which I was. I totally thought it came from him originally. He does the same thing, sends it off to somebody. And then I see on Facebook later on, because he tags me, that this is something that's been going through the channels. A friend of a friend now has received this and is bitching about it on Facebook and tagging him. And he's just like, I'm sorry, I got it from Laura Zamora. And then I see it. Something tells me, because it was late at night, something tells me go to bed, come back to this in the morning. Because I've been getting texts all day from people. I already knew this was going on. I was kind of like, frustrated, I'm not going to lie. And tired. So I go to sleep. I wake up the next day, and then I finally see a thread where he says, my bad, and apologizes to everyone. And then later on, like, all these people are responding, and he's got, like, now people noticing him, which hadn't been happening in a few weeks. And what I prayed for. And he literally, I see it on one of his posts, he's like, well, damn, I guess spam is one way to get people to notice you. And then I realized it was an answer to my prayer. Like, I pretty much, by accident, answered my own prayer by just that whole process. Thinking it was him, sending that all out, doing all that shit, getting what I wanted, sending it all out to everybody, causing this ripple effect that then got people to notice him, and then I brought that to his awareness. I was like, well, shit, I hope that helped, and he's like, not really, everybody's all mad at me. I was like, how they say in Hollywood, though, bad publicity is better than no publicity. At least he's being, paid attention to now, and he, I think, was stuck in a very negative space, and I had to help him see, everything is and everything isn't. There's good and bad in everything. It all depends on how you choose to see it and how you choose to perceive it. You can see it in a negative way, you can see it in a positive way. I asked him very quickly and simply, just, use this as a conversation starter. Blame me, throw me under the bus. I did this. I don't care. I can look like the idiot. I'm an idiot sometimes. I don't know everything, but I do know this. Positivity is key. Try to see the good side of things instead of the bad. Make everything a positive, and life is better. Love you. Peace.